Hi everyone, I wanted to make a quick short video clip so that you could see the materials that we'll be talking about at the M4 conference. Now, the Open Up resources are supposed to be available for middle school from illustrative mathematics for the 2017 to 2018 school year. I had previously heard that they would be released in March. I do not know at this time if we're still holding to that date. So let's go ahead and take a look. You'll notice that there's grade 6, grade 7, grade 8. So for grade 6, we have 4 different options: student materials, teacher materials for the digital classroom, teacher materials for the print classroom, and family materials. So when you go into the student materials, these are the 9 different units that are available. And when you hover on each one, you'll see for the different lessons that these are the student materials. So under equality, let's go to lesson 9. I'm just picking one at random. And it looks like we have some activities that we can continue to scroll down through the page. So we have some different activities. There's a summary here, and there's a feedback. So this is available as student resources for each of the units. And so there would be 9 units in 6th grade. Now, as I have previously been told, this would be for 160 days of a school year. So everything's in there and it's aligned to the standards. So under family materials, again, we have all the units. And so let's just go in and pick one. Let's go in under equality again, and let's do exponential explosion. So it looks like they're still working on this one here. So there will be a narrative here. So let's pick an earlier one. And this is one of the reasons they're not releasing it yet, because they're still working on it. But so for the family materials, you'll see that they have reasoning for finding area, and they talk about the scaffold. So before 6th grade, your student learned to measure the area of a shape. And then it goes down through and it explains it. And it looks like there's also, it's also available in Spanish. So that's helpful. And so there's quite a bit of information here for the parents or for the families. And let's go back one more. And so then we have for the print classroom and for the digital classroom. And so this would be good for students or for classrooms that have computers or one-to-one initiatives. So if we go into, let's say, Unit 5, Base 10, and it looks like they give us a warm-up. We have lessons within, so warming up to decimals, adding and subtracting decimals, multiplying decimals, and calculating products of decimals, dividing numbers. And so let's go ahead and open up a lesson. And let's open up lesson 2. So within it, it looks like there's learning goals for students. So I'm thinking that's in like student-friendly terms, required materials, required preparation, gives the teacher how it's, what it's aligned, a warm-up, student-facing tasks, student responses, anticipated misconceptions, synthesis or your summary. So now we have an activity, and it looks like it's in that launch, explore, summarize. There's interactive pieces to this. The student has responses, and again, that misconception and synthesis. So then it goes through activity 2 and activity 3, and then summary and cool down. So I know I'm going a little faster just so that we can get an overview and so you kind of know what's coming. And then also, so that would be in the lesson, and then there's assessments within that lesson. So there's a pre-unit assessment. There is a mid-unit assessment. And additionally, there is an end of the unit assessment. So it looks like they're all on one here. So this would be a helpful way too to to know what assessment questions would be aligned for the standards. So practice problems. So there's some practice problems here. So lots of great resources here. Let me just move this bar out of the way. Then there's a user's guide. So it's a narrative, a glossary, a bibliography supporting ELL, supporting students with disabilities, required materials. So lots of great stuff here. It's also available for the print classroom. And so you can, let's go ahead and let's pick this one. And so we can go in and see, so let's pick this lesson. And so I'm not sure if they have all the handouts available and what the difference is. They're still working on it. But I do know that it's an aim to make it available for the print classroom. So I just wanted to introduce that. And it looks like that you may be able to get into this, to the student materials without logging in, and the family materials without logging in. So I'm going to include this link as well. And just go ahead and look and explore. And this is what we'll be talking about at M4. So if you have an interest in going, make sure that you let me know, and then I'm going to share this with the others. Instructional coaches for middle school.